This is Randy Rosetta with HubSpeedPreps.com with the video edition of the Pirate Podcast, sponsored by Grease Monkey. I'm with Cole Stanzione on my left and Ryan Rodriguez. Stanzione, right? I throw the E in there.
Yes, sir. Stanzione.
I think I've asked your dad that before. That Italian name, you got to get the last vowel in there.
Yes,
Z, that last Z is important too, so we have to say it right. Guys are coming off a pretty impressive performance, especially in the second half. We'll kind of touch on the first half because, Cole, when I talked to you and Jackson the other day, I think both you guys kind of mentioned that there was some frustration at halftime. You guys were a little bit herky-jerky in that first half, but second half, you guys really controlled that thing. And we'll start with defense because of what you guys did. When we talked the other night, what were the kind of the tweaks or whatever you had to do better, or was it just making a few plays and gaining some momentum that made the difference?
It wasn't really like our plays or like what we were doing to prepare for them. It was just like making tackles and running to the ball, because like we were letting them gain a lot of yards after we'd already missed a tackle. So we just played hard in the second half and ran to the ball.
And Coach made a good point. Part of that was Coronado. Coronado's a lot better than they have been the last couple of years, especially some things they do offensively. They're a little bit more dynamic. Did they kind of get your attention with some things they were able to do on offense?
We knew that they had some skilled offensive players, but we also knew that we could stop them. But the first half we weren't playing Pirate defense. We got together at halftime and knew that we could play a lot better, and we came out with a lot more energy second half.
Ryan, I thought the offense, you had some hiccups here and there, but you guys moved the ball well. You did some things, and I think Cole mentioned this afterwards, that was kind of some role reversal. They had to lean on you guys in that first half. What did you like about what you guys did, especially in the first half? You did some things in the second half as well, but you kind of took control in the first half.
I think, like you said, I think we moved the ball well. I'd say I think one of the key moments was the 2 minute before half, and we drove it downfield and got a field goal. And I just think overall moving the ball, we didn't move it as well as we wanted to, but I think being able to drive down there and within 2 minutes and get a field goal before half was a lot of momentum.
Yeah, if you can get Cub onto the field anywhere within about 70 yards, you've got a little bit of a shot to get some points on the board. I told the coach the other day that he made that from 48, and I think he could have made it from about 70. You're watching you for the first time in person this year. Your offense is a little bit more dynamic. We talked a lot about how it got more dynamic last year, but it's even a little bit more this year with some different wrinkles. What are you liking about what you guys are doing through 2 games offensively?
I think we're able to spread the ball around. We're able to run the ball, and I think when you're able to run the ball, you're able to open up the pass game. And I think having that diversity with running and passing is a big threat to the defenses.
Coronado was obviously focused on Michael the other night, which you're going to get that a lot. And it looked like you two guys kind of adjusted and didn't try to hit home runs all the time, but kind of were content to find him underneath and let him catch it and see what he could do with it.
I think, that was their main focus was Mike, and then, we can't pass the ball a lot, so we're going to run the ball, and I think that's what hurt him mainly. I think Jackson had over 200 all-purpose yards, and I think at some point they're going to have to be keen to him.
Yeah, that makes a quarterback's job a little bit easier when you can put it in number one's hands and let him do some things. Cole, defensively, kind of you had to turn the page pretty quick this week because you go up to play Tascosa, and you guys have seen them enough to know that offense it takes a little bit more focus, a little bit more discipline. How excited linebackers, I would think, get excited about playing an option offense. What do you guys have to do differently or better than you did in that first half in particular the other night?
We got to prepare a lot more for the run, because they're a run-heavy team, obviously, with the triple option. And yeah, like you said, it's just discipline and us, every single person doing their job and not jumping into other people's jobs. Because if everyone does our job, we should take it down pretty easy.
I can't remember if it was Coach Chip or somebody, I've heard them say that their offense is not difficult to prepare for because you kind of can figure out what you need to do, but the execution can be tricky sometimes. Why is this team a little bit maybe better equipped than, you guys have handled it pretty well in the past, but why is this defense equipped to handle that kind of methodical over and over type offense that they run?
Yeah, a lot of us have experience, and even people that are new to playing this year, we rep it in practice throughout all year up until we play them. So it's not just this week. We know our roles, and we just gotta focus and not get lazy in practice this week because they're gonna come out and they're gonna run it fast.
Ryan, what are some keys for you guys this week against Tascosa? Because one thing you know about them is they're going to play hard and they're going to be physical.
I think efficiency, being efficient in the passing game, and then also being efficient in the run game with the O-line blocking, open up holes, and as long as we do that, I think we'll be in good shape.
What's a step forward for you guys offensively? And you came out and set a pretty high standard in that first game, but what is in your mind, what's going to be kind of a sign of progress for you guys this week?
I think consistency, being consistent with the ball, scoring every drive, I think that's the main goal.
Exchanging messages with Coach Day, he was pretty happy with the way your tight ends are blocking in particular. Why is that such a big key in this offense? Even though you guys have changed your skin a little bit offensively, those tight ends always seem to have a pretty big role. Why is that? Why do they have to play such a big role for you?
I think they're a versatile role. They have the size to block like a lineman, but they also have the size and the speed to run routes. And I think when you have guys who can do both of those well, we'll be in good shape.
You guys pretty glad to be going up north at this time of year instead of like winter hits there, I think, about in mid-October.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit different now, so you'll still have some decent summer weather. Cole, it's kind of the same question for you. What do you have to do besides just defending the option well? What are some keys for you guys to get better this week?
Just getting ready for the speed of it, because we can rep it in practice, but no matter how hard we rep it with our scouts, it's going to be a lot quicker in the game. So we got to be ready for the speed.